Hi, Queen. And when I say Queen, I say that with respect for you, and I do that for a lot of other women just because I respect what they do and what you do, especially because we've known each other for such a long time. And I met you at the beginning of your career and what you have become now, um, with your own record label and everything. Did you ever think that you would grow into the person that you are now in this music business?
No, honestly. I think when I did interviews when I was an artist, I think I didn't believe enough in the artist project. So when people would say, "Oh, where do you see yourself in like 5 years from now?" I kind of didn't really know what to answer. And so, but now when you ask me, I'm like, "Oh, I know, clear trajectory." So I think that's what happens when you don't quite feel settled in exactly what you're doing. But now I feel pretty settled.
I saw you do an interview with, and I can't remember his name, but he's very good at doing these interviews. And he was talking about you with the record label and everything else, and the way you answered him. And it was, of course, with respect, and I don't mean anything bad, but the confidence that you had in that interview and speaking with him, I don't think I've ever seen that in you before. Where is that coming from? Is it having a family? Is it because you're on the right road in your life? What is it?
I think this past year kind of showed me what kind of artist I am, what kind of business person I am. I had a lot of challenges last year that were professional, mixed with like a little bit of personal, and I kind of came out the other end, having realized, having taken an audit of my strengths and my weaknesses, and now it's kind of pushed me on to the right track in okay, I know exactly what I want and I know exactly how I'm going to get there. And I know, and I believe in myself as a producer so much that I think when you have that kind of belief in yourself, it's the same way as, an artist who has that same belief. You elevate people around you to have the
Yes.
same beliefs and to encourage them to find a path where they have the same beliefs. So that's kind of where I'm at this stage of my career.
Now, I had a chance to speak to one of your artists, correct? A young gentleman?
Did, yes, yeah, he's an amazing dude.
And could you just remind us who he is, please?
Amari. I said this the other day, and in a couple years from now, you won't be able to not know him.
He's a great guy. Have you added any more artists on your list yet?
Not yet. We've
Mhm.
definitely been approached by, many, many
Of
artists,
course.
thankfully, that want to work with us. And right now, what we're doing is I really want to knock this out of the ballpark with Amari, and I really want to focus and I want to prove to the world who he can be. And that takes a lot of energy. And so I only want to take on another artist when I know that I can really give them the full attention needed. So when we're hopefully in the next couple years, we'll see some more additions to Colossal.
That's interesting because not a lot of people in your position do that. They just like, give me this, give me that, give me that, give me that, give me that.
Yeah.
And then those artists disappear because, as you've just said, they did not get that focus. Um, why is that important for you?
It's really important to me because you could go about it in two ways, right? And there are labels that definitely do that. There's management companies that definitely do that, and that's a volume game where you're
Mhm.
just looking for volume. You're looking as many darts to throw at the wall to see which one sticks. And that works for a lot of people, but for somebody who is extremely hands-on, like myself, like Awesome, Jermaine, all my partners, it's extremely important that we give our full attention to what we're fostering because I've been in situations where somebody wants to work with me and they say, "Yeah, I want to work with you 100%," but I know I look at their plate and there's too much on it. And
Mm.
so as even just as an artist, if an agent wanted to work with me, but there's too many artists that are in the same category as me, I'm going to get lost in the mix. So what's a rare commodity these days is to really give that focused, individualized attention. And so I want to fill that space.
I think that's a very smart move. It shows your maturity, definitely. And part of that is because what we really wanted to talk about, which when I saw it come up on social media, I was so happy for you. Women in music, I do believe Thursday as we speak, big award show.
Yes.
Why are you involved in this again?
I'm nominated for their inaugural category, which is the Excellence in Sound Production, which I'm so honored and so humbled and thrilled to be part of that.
How did that come about? Like, what project were you working on for this to happen?
Well, everything. I mean, my main uh, career is production,
Right.
is songwriting and production. So this was just a result of, some really honed in, really developed sounds that I've been a part of this past year. I think I've really hit my stride in where I'm at as a producer, and I think we're now really moving forward in an upward way, and I'm really excited.
I was gonna say that has to be really special because again, when we first met, you were an artist, and then you transferred into this, and now you're. I wouldn't even say now you're getting recognition. You're getting some flowers, which much deserved. So
Thank you.
that's got to be a very cool thing for you to say, yeah, I did make the right choice.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And like I said, when I was an artist, I had some great nominations too, with the Canadian Radio Music Award alongside
Yeah.
Jesse Reyes, and so my philosophy always in life, and my parents kind of instilled this in me. It's like, okay, go do the thing that you want to do, as long as you're the best at it. And I'm not sitting here saying like, oh, I'm the best at it, but if I'm going to do something, I'm going to take my hardest shot at it, and I'm going to put all of my effort into making it as big as I could. And so, 4 years ago when I started learning how to produce and really doing this, I said to myself, and I loved it. I loved it so much that I said, I'm so completely obsessed with this that if I don't see results, I'd be shocked. And so now that I'm seeing people are recognizing me for doing what I love, it's so it is for sure very validating for me that I'm on the right path.
Again, so happy for you. I feel like the uncle that is just like, yeah, it's my niece. That's my niece.
You're always
Uh,
my favorite uncle.
there we go. What is the rest of 2026 looking like? And any chance we're gonna see you at the Junos in Hamilton?
Um, I'm now splitting my time between LA and Toronto, so it's a little bit jam-packed for me, and I think I'm gonna be in LA during that time,
Okay.
working on a couple different other projects that I'm extremely excited about. So, what you're gonna see from me this year is a lot of international projects that I'm involved in.
Ooh.
Yes, so outside of Canada, which I'm so grateful for people outside Canada taking a chance on me. There is definitely some new Amari stuff coming on the way, some very new developments for Colossal, and a lot of incredible, incredible songs coming out this year that I've been a part of that other artists are putting out. But they have, what I love about it is that it's a lot of me in there, a lot of my personal stories in the songs that are coming out this year, and I'm thrilled and so excited.
One last question. Do we have any colossal merch yet?
We do actually. We've got some hats, and I'll make sure to give you one when I see you next.
Oh, very cool.
Yes,
Fantastic. Because I was just thinking to myself, like, wait a minute, you got all the big companies, and I know they've got merch. I was
yes,
just wondering, fantastic. I'm looking
of
forward to that.
course. We can't have a company without merch.
Exactly. Well, I'm sorry that you're not going to be able to make it to the Junos. I would love to see you. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it to the awards on Thursday, but either way, my fingers will be crossed for you. Congratulations. And I know I'm going to run into you at some event or some red carpet. Big love. Say hello to the family for me. And again, all the best.
Will do. Always a pleasure.